All right, chat. I hope you've gotten your stretches in. I hope that you all are ready to be grooving because we've got Jet Set Radio Future 1v1 Lockout Bingo with shovelclaws and vaen. Now, I gotta tell you, I've never played this game. So, hey, Claws, why don't you tell me a bit about it?
Hello, everyone. There is a lot going on in this game, so our runners will be focused on playing. So myself and Seven
Hey,
Fates.
y'all, apologies. I'm going to ask you to pause for a little bit because I'm getting word that we're not getting Discord audio.
Uh-oh.
So we'll need a reintroduction.
Cool.
And yeah, let's start that reintroduction from you, Claus.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Hi, I'm shovelclaws. This is Jet Set Radio Future. Bingo is really complicated. There's a lot going on. I'm joined by my ever-so-bitter rival who apparently hates me, I learned while we were muted. If you want to introduce yourself as well.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I actually love this guy. I'm vaen. I grind this game a bit in the normal speedrun categories, but also do love me some bingo. We're both fairly new compared to a lot of the other people who have been doing bingo for years, but it's been a good journey. It's been fun grinding out this game, and this bingo is sick. As you'll
Bingo is really cool. I kind of just play bingo, I'm gonna be honest, but it is one of my favorite ways to play this game. It is so fun every single time. To kind of take you through the entertainment, we have two amazing commentators who are going to be explaining the whole process, and will introduce you to the game. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves now.
Hello, I'm Twinkatoo. I am half of the commentary today. There is a lot going on in this game, and our runners will be busy playing. So myself and Seven Fates are here to help you understand what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Everybody said it's complicated. It's not. Walk into Souls, score points, win the game. I mean, it's just that simple.
This is
You'll learn quickly. We're gonna play 2 matches today. The first game, a little bit of warm up, so you get to understand what's going on more. But the second game is where we're gonna try to turn it up a notch, I think, and push each other to the limits. I think we're both ready to get started. Me and vaen will not be talking. This is lockout bingo, so information is a lot of part of the game. I'm sure our commentators will cover it in a little bit if you've never seen bingo before. But I think we can deafen and let them take over, and then we'll start the timer when we're ready to go.
Sounds good.
Good luck, vaen.
Good luck.
Look how fun gamers.
All right. Yeah, we're just getting our last little bits in. If we can reveal the board for our players, we can kind of talk about it a little bit ahead of time and kind of get you introduced to the format that we're going to have for today.
Yeah, so Ace and I and all of you can see the board. Our runners can't see it quite yet. Once they reveal it, they'll have a minute to look at everything and start to plan out their route before they go. But we get to try to plan out what we think they're going to do first.
Yeah, so what you see before you is the big old bingo board, 25 squares that will determine the fate and destiny of both of these players. In Jet Set Radio Future, there are 105-ish collectible items. They're graffiti souls. They're kind of the icon of Jet Set Radio. Both games, Jet Set Radio and Future. These are big white flashing things, and that's what they're going to be picking up most of the time. If they pick up the one that's on the board, they get to mark that square. That will get them a point. Hooray! If they happen to score bingo, that is worth an additional 2 points. We love bingos, and we love that the interaction of trying to play for certain squares and board control and all that brings. And finally, if you look at like the bottom right, you have Shibuya Spray 100% graffiti. If you see 100% graffiti on the board, you will they'll have to spray all of that certain area, and if they do that, they'll be given 3 points. And what that does, because those levels or those objectives are so much longer, we make them worth more. So we have our little custom scoring system. It really incentivizes a lot of fun strategical play, and we'll describe it all as they get into it.
All right, I'm gonna start counting our players in. So players are revealing the board in about 5 seconds, and then they will have 1 minute to look, figure out what they want to do, and then they'll be off.
Yeah, so one thing we do to change a bit of the pace, make sure it's not too hectic off the start, we give our players 1 minute to look at this board, analyze, and figure out what their first plays are going to be. Now,
what are we going to do first?
So, of course, Hikage Cubby as the center square, always important. It's the most important square on the board because it intersects the most bingos, both diagonals, the vertical and the horizontal. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. However, there are a lot of points that are available in the Skyscraper District, SDPP, as abbreviated on the board. There are 4 of them, and 99th Street. All of those areas are very close together, and we could see a play into that area.
All right, players are starting in about 5 seconds. So we'll see where they go first. The main area, the world of this game is split into 3 kind of main areas. Shibuya is the area we generally see players go to first if there are good incentives there, and we do see Vaen going there. Claws going out towards the sewers, or Kogane is the name we use for it. Where are we going first?
All right, Vaen's rushing for that center square, so she's headed over to Hikage Street. Passing through Shibuya Terminal, there are 13 total levels in this game. We'll try and keep you up on the names and where all of them are, see if you can match them to the board. But we see Vaen on the right here, hopping up this little ramp, going for Hikage Cubby first. She's going to go ahead, turn around, hit a boost, and jump right on in, while shovelclaws locks in Rokakudai Heights, RDH, grind 10. So now, both players know what the other's opening play was. You only get information when other players mark squares, so that's really quite important.
Claus is going for one of the character pickups. There are a couple different kinds of collectibles on the board, and the character unlocks are the least common because there aren't that many in the game. But if done efficiently, they can be pretty quick. So Claus is going for Rith, who is here in the same area, and unlocking her is only going to take like a minute or 2.
Yep, there she is. Rith has joined you, allowed to click on the square, mark it in, and we have the opening plays kind of locked in for both players. Shovel, seeing that there's not a whole lot of value remaining in Rokakudai Heights and in some of the farther out areas, is going to go back to the garage. This is our hub area. You have to pass through the garage to go to one of the 3 main areas. So that's, again, the Shibuya side, the Benton side, Kogane side. That's one of them. Shibuya side, Vaen is in. Claus was just in Kogane and is now moving to Benton, where there will be that 99th Street squares, or there's a bunch of 99th Street squares, and a bunch of Skyscraper District squares, SDPP.
The other names you'll hear for these areas are Light Side, Dark Side, and Sewers. Claus currently in Dark Side, Vaen currently in Light Side, Sewers is where Claus just was.
Yep.
Vaen looks like she is also heading out towards Dark Side, so maybe she'll be contesting Shovel to some of the objectives in 99th, or maybe she'll go right ahead past there, go for some of the objectives kind of deeper in.
Shovel did an excellent unlock there, so we do need to talk about the mystery tape and graffiti souls. What just happened is that Shovel, to get all of these squares that have like air times 6, air times 4 at the top row, or grind times 10, those indicate a certain challenge that has to be done in order to to unlock and then collect the graffiti soul. So what ends up happening is that Shovel went ahead and did 100,000 points in 99th Street, and then went ahead and picked up the soul and was able to get that. So all of that leads to just players constantly having to move back and forth between different locations really, really quickly. You do have to know really well how to navigate these levels, and these players are very good at it.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about bingo is that it a little bit requires you to know where every collectible in the game is, because all of them have the potential to be on the board. Vaen heading really far out into Benton, to Dark Side, into Highway 0, although I don't think she actually got anything out there.
No, she packed up really quick. She sees a threat developing on the board. So what are we going to look at? We're looking at shovelclaws 2 in a row on the right side. Along with shovelclaws, definitely will eventually get that jump. So what Vaen is seeing right now is that Shovel is threatening a 5 in a row, a bingo for +2 points. So what she's going to do is say, hey, I'm pretty close to SDPP, floating pink half pipes. That's row 5, column 2. So she's going to go run not over there. You know what? These players... She's going to do something entirely differently, but she'll be in a location that could get there eventually, very soon.
Yeah, Shovel is out in Shibuya, which is the other 2 squares in that 5 in a row, and is going to collect a graffiti, and importantly, a relatively quick graffiti, out over here, while Vaen goes to the other side of the board trying to deny this bingo. And she's going to have good opportunities to pick up some other things while she's there, which will make it worth her while, but Plaza is going to get some good points out of this too, if it doesn't get sniped to graffiti, which it shouldn't.
No. So, a couple interesting things. While we have these players doing the graffiti route, they are going to more or less not be contesting each other for a while. Just they're in different areas doing different things. So yeah, you'll be familiar with Jet Set Radio Future and Jet Set Radio itself from spraying graffiti. That's like half of what everybody remembers. It's the music and spraying graffiti. So
I feel like you just called me out. That is exactly what I remember.
That's what's memorable about the game.
It's exactly that. So we have always on these boards some of these graffiti squares. We also have custom graffiti, which I think is unbelievably fun. Claws and Vaen were on the same team in our 2v2 bingo season. They were hashtag bark at the mailman, so they have a bunch of pictures of mailmen, and then when they spray them, they put dogs over them that are barking, which is unbelievably adorable.
This game has a really incredible modding scene for some reason, considering it's a 20-year-old Xbox game, but you'll see lots of fun examples of that, like custom graffiti, music mods, and then also some more mind-blowing technical stuff. Like,
Can I also just shout out real quick how on-brand Dog's graffiti would be for this event in particular, though?
oh, true.
Because we are raising money to help Trainer and Nade raise funds to have an easier time, because raising and training a service dog is incredibly expensive. And thanks to you all, we've already raised $485 towards that. But if we could make it a nice 500 in like the next 10 minutes, hey, that'd be sweet.
Hard to argue with that.
Arf, arf.
Arf, arf.
But yeah, what like the modding scene? Like what other what other amazing graffiti have modders made for this game?
Well, this isn't quite graffiti, but one thing about Bingo that I think we failed to mention is that this is actually a modified save file. This is a save file where every objective, every collectible in the game is available, but not unlocked, which isn't a natural point in the game at any point. So there's more graffiti in the world than there ever is at once if you're playing through the story. There are more levels open and available at once than there ever are naturally. So this just gives us the maximum amount of stuff that we can have players do for bingo.
Now, all of it's super, super fun and lets us enjoy a 23-and-a-half-year-old game in new ways all the time. So,
Which is
taking
wild.
yeah, it's crazy. It's so cool. It's awesome.
My favorite flex about our modding scene that I have to mention is that we have a working multiplayer mod that works on original hardware somehow.
Yeah, it's absurd. All right, let's take a look at the board. Now that Shovel has marked in Shibuya Graffiti and Vaen has locked in Sky Dino Graffiti, there are no graffiti squares left on this board. So,
They're
current
both
score...
relatively quick ones,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, both of them are 3-ish minutes. Claws is currently ahead 8-6 for those keeping score at home. Again, 6 squares for Claws in the red. And 2 bonus points for marking in 1 graffiti. Vaen going ahead and picking up Sky Dino Air 6. And going up to 7 points currently. Again, 5 squares, plus 2 for the Sky Dino Graffiti.
Yeah, on our end, we've got an automatic score calculator, but we will keep you up to date on what the points actually look like.
Vane's going to go ahead and fall a long way down, go out of the map actually, exploiting a small bit of geometry that is missing in the planes of the map, so she falls all the way to the very, very bottom and lets herself exit the map really, really quickly. And now she can get other places sooner. Again, so much tech and movement and knowledge is shown off in these games, and it's so cool. So, let's take a look at the row 5, Twinkachu. What do we have going?
We have 3 in a row from Claws, and the remaining 2 squares are in the general area of the map that Claws is in. And importantly, this is the other side of the map from where Vaen is at, so she is in no place to contest this. So, Claws is going to start here in FRZ, the Fortified Residential Zone, and it is going to go for a default soul, which means it doesn't even need to unlock anything. The soul is just on the map for it to pick up. So that'll be really quick. And then it goes into Kibo back a hill, to unlock air. And that's going to take a little bit longer, but still, Vaen is nowhere near here. She could bail on what she's doing right now and maybe get there in time, but it would require things to go pretty badly for Claws. So this is looking like a very likely bingo if Claws goes for it.
Yeah, and that's why Vaen didn't make a big play on it about a minute ago, is that she already sees Claws in the area and just decided, I need to score points somewhere else rather than just losing to a square that's important. So she's in here, Skyscraper District. There are 3 squares, floating pink half pipes, grind 20, points 110k. Both of those, or all 3 of those, are relatively close together, so she's going to be able to score 3 points off of her time in Skyscraper District. Claws is going to be able to pick up 1 square, Kibo Air 4, but roughly at the same time, will be getting 3 points as well.
Yeah,
This is a cool trick.
This trick is very cool. Watch Claws scream. Strategy in this game is a lot of prioritizing your time and certain squares.
All right, so
Claws is gonna fly. You can explain the
Shovel
concept of
goes
that, I
and
know.
gets pushed on and off a rail, which multiplies your speed by 1.4 every time you hit it. So you get up to like 8 to 10 times your normal moving speed, and then you start clipping through walls, and that allows you to fly halfway across this entire level and really shorten it. If you've ever played this game, got to Kibogaoka Hill, it's huge, it's scary, it's big, but we have tons of tech to just make all of these huge levels feel a lot smaller and move very quickly, but still feel like a time investment, and they are a time investment.
Yeah, Kibo is just a giant loop, which especially makes it hard to get around. unless you can figure out speech tech like this that lets you click through the loop pretty quickly and travel around a little faster. So Shovel picks up the tape, which will let it unlock that last square that it needs for the bingo. So that'll be coming up pretty quickly. What do we think Vaen is up to after?
I would love to see her go for Shibuya and Hikage, I want to say. It's hard to say. It may be that she wants to work for Highway 0 and threaten the row 2 as well. She does have rows 2 and 3. Shovel's going to go ahead, unlock Kibo Air 4, walk into it, and score a bingo! Thank you. Right. Thank you for committing to that.
I barely committed to that. I could have committed to that harder.
Somewhat.
Fair enough. That is 2 extra bonus points for Claws in addition to the point for collecting the objective anyways. So that brings the score 12 Claws, 10 Vaen. So it looks like they're tied on squares, but they're not tied on score.
Yep, FB touchdown in the chat for the bingos. I don't know why a bunch of Europeans came up with the touchdown emote on Twitch, but that's what happened.
We love when that happens. Alright, so Vaen is in Highway 0, where there are currently 2 squares up for grabs. There is air and points. Does she have the tape? I don't know.
She does have the tape. She has points unlocked, but boomed the air unlock. So she's going to have to try and do it again. Highway 0 is kind of tough to do 5 air tricks just all at once. So she's going to try again, hop on the pole. Doesn't get the jump. 1, 2. You can do it right here off the ramp. 1, you got to pull back. 4, air 4. Oh, she's struggling with air 5. 1, 2, 3. Don't hit that. No, Vaen. Oh, God.
So, in the natural
way down.
Like, in the story progression of this game, Highway 0 is an area you get to and do unlocks and challenges in like very late in the game. So some of these unlocks are deceptively difficult. It has a crazy long trick combo that you have to do. It's like 70 tricks. And then this air unlock is deceptively difficult. There are only a couple of places where you can get 5 in a row. But she makes it work, she picks it up. And
she's good backup skills there as well. Most of the runners, all the runners basically know exactly how to do it without messing up. But if you do mess up, you need to have a good, efficient backup to make sure you can do it. Vaen is going to go ahead, Shovel is going to go ahead and work on the 13 platforms challenge in Shibuya, which I think is probably the most infamous challenge in JSRF. Like, everybody tries it, and it makes no sense. But what you have to do is jump on the 13 bus platforms that are around Shibuya Terminal and don't touch the ground. Shovel just touched the ground, so it's going to have to entirely restart the challenge. And in addition, the detection is buggy. So great.
Every area has a special challenge. So there are 5 challenges in every area. 4 of them are the same with different requirements. It's an air combo, a grind combo, a trick combo, and a point combo. And then there's a special, which is something customized to the layout of that area. Shibuya Terminals is called 13 platforms. Okay. You have to jump on top of all 13 of the bus platforms. All of them are buggy. Most of them kind of suck. 13 platforms is maybe the worst.
Okay. Claws and Vaen are tied at 12 currently, and they're both going into the same area. They're in RDH. Shovel does a great unlock for RDH Special, though. You have to grind that chimney, and it hits it at a really cool angle to be able to try and block this row 2 bingo. Also gets cool little boost of speed, and now is going to try and race up to the top of the level. There are 2 threats that Vaen is posing, row 3 and row 2. Shovel has determined that row 2 is the bigger threat and is going to try and block that off. So
it's gonna work because Vaen is in sewers. Vaen went for the other objective on that row.
Yeah, Vaen wanted to kind of slow play it, not reveal her location as to which one of the 2 threats she was working on. But
Is there something I can reveal?
yeah,
Well, we actually just hit $500 raised total for Quest for Quet so far, and we are just $200 away from that next milestone incentive that we've been aiming for, that Menace fight for Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Again, you don't have to put your money towards a specific incentive to get that met, but we do have a Tetris 99 bid war where you can help choose what theme, and that showcase is coming up next. And hey, the commentary for this has been so tense. I'm like on the edge of my seat. But when you're all ready, I've got some love for this game and for you to read.
yeah. Let's hit the finish of this game, and then you've got all the time in between games. Let's
Yeah, this
roll with
one's
that.
coming to a close.
Sounds
shortly.
good.
And it's also really close. Again, both tied at 12. Vane's trying to do a really precise jump to get all the way up the sewers. You may be familiar with how miserable the sewers are. We have a way to climb it in 30 seconds. But it's really hard to do, and her whole objective of doing it now is relatively pointless because she can't bingo with that square. So, will she go somewhere else?
Yeah, let's-
Yes, she will.
go. Yeah, that's the right call. The particular objective that she would have been going for is the other infamously terrible special, which is the sewers special. There's this one very, very tall room that they put a soul at the top of, and
Yeah,
you have to get to it, and it sucks.
It's not good. All right, let's talk about the end of this game. Right now, the players need 16 points to win. Claws has 13. Vaen has 12. So Claws needs 3 of the remaining squares to win. Vaen needs 4. Vane's going to pick up one here and retie the game here in just a moment. I wonder if
What is trouble?
I wonder if Claws is not on an all gun,
Oh, that's possible.
because this turning feels really stiff.
Yeah, Claws might have the wrong character stats.
That's
which is
alright.
Unfortunate, but not the end of the world.
Yeah. So, 13 to 13 now. 2 souls, FRZ and Sewers, are close to Vaen. 2 souls are close to Shovel. 13 platforms in Shibuya. Oh, God. Shovel is getting washing machined by this thing. And Hikage tricks. And then the big square, Sky Dino tricks 100, is very possible to be the determining square in this game. And Vaen
What I
has
would,
to take for it.
what would be wild is if one of these players bails early to go get tricks early.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is gonna be so close. Claws and Vaen have great games. I've really liked watching them lately.
Yeah. They have played together as a team a whole bunch, and so they know each other's playstyles very well, which makes them really interesting to watch 1v1. Okay, Shovel unlocks the 13 platforms.
All right, Shovel takes the lead, 14 to 13 now, and is going to go directly into Hikage to pick up its 15th point, at which point Vaen has to make tough decisions about how she wants to win this game. Shovel also going to have to make very tough decisions, down to a read of, is the opponent going to go for the longer soul, being farther away, and knowing I'm there already, or or are they going to go for the obvious one? Tricks 100, kind of the obvious one, because we said it's the game determinative squared. They both know this. So, gonna be very fun to watch their decision making all the way to the end.
Is Vaen actually gonna get sewer special?
Oh man.
That would be brutal. Even
think
if you're
they-
winning the game, if you get sewer special, you always feel like you're losing like a little bit. Even if you're turning it into a bingo or something, like you feel a little miserable about it. Alright, Vaen picks up FRZ Grind.
She has to make the big decision right now. Is she gonna go sewer special or Sky Dino tricks? Knowing your teammate, knowing its tendencies, what do you do as Vaen? You could go, theoretically, unlock 100k, leave, try and come back later. She is going to leave. Oh man, it's gonna be so close.
Claws picks up Hikage. Okay, so now where does Claws go?
All right, 2 squares left. Claws needs one of them. Vaen needs both of them.
Claws just needs to not go to wherever Vaen is going. And
Vaen's going back in.
Easily. Oh?
Ooh,
Oh my god, this is so stressful.
mind games.
Like on the edge of my seat.
Oh,
The first half of this, I was so relaxed,
Bingo's
and
in
now I'm
chat.
like, let's-
Is it game? If you can address their inability to count. All right, let's see.
When the players asked me to tell them what the score to win was, I expected them to be able to do the math that the bingo would add one to that.
Oh gosh, these players would never have lived back in season 1 back in my day.
Normally, the players are using a board that like automatically calculates the score to win for them, and they're struggling having to do the math themselves.
So could lead to comedic moments. Okay, Vaen is going back to Sewer's
So is
150k
Claws.
special, and Claws is headed that way. So Vaen has a large advantage. She does hit the jump up. Okay, that's really important. So now the only place you can unlock 150 points is right here at the top. So she's going to go ahead, get on the rail, hop off of it, and then start doing wall ride tricks. And get that. So that's the soul right there up in that yellow area. Now, she's going to start...
Claws
climbing.
can still win this if Vaen picks up this square, if it gets out of this area first.
But don't forget, Vaen has the tape in Sky Dino.
Oh no!
Now she can ramp mode it and everything. Oh, Vaen, honey, no! Demon down! Demon down! Demon's down! Everybody's in the water!
I'm losing my mind.
Okay, so...
I feel like when we made these boards, we specifically said I don't want Sewer special. How did we end up here?
we didn't check the fourth one. The claws is in the water.
Oh my god.
Alright. Ironically, it would be ideal if Shovel got fed up and left, but it doesn't know that.
If Shovel gets tilted and leaves, like, it has a good shot at this.
Okay, if not, Vaen is 40 meters up a 100-meter room, so you can see the little markings on this big wall that she's jumping up. Shovel goes ahead, does a really cool trick to jump on up. It's now going to have to do the final jump to the top. Let's see. So will it get it first try? That's a little close. It's going to go ahead, reset up.
If you look at Vane's screen, you'll see what I mean by Sewer special being terrible. It's just this super tall column of a room that you just have to circle around all the way up. She's doing
Shovel's
pretty
going to
well,
miss this
though.
again. It's got one more boost, so it'll try again, but I think if Shovel misses this, it's just going to leave. It missed. Okay, but Vane's going to lock in this square. Okay,
And Shovel's gonna be closer to the exit.
Shovel's trying to collect cans. There's 150k, and you see Shovel just
Shovel's out first.
beat the dog off the top and head down. It's going to have an advantage out of Sewers by about 20 seconds. Vane's going to go ahead and try and hurry out. So we're leaving at 26 in-game time. Vaen is going to attempt to leave, but she can't leave quite as quickly.
So Vaen does have a little bit of an advantage in Sky Dino because she has the tape.
Yep.
But also, Shovel is making up some of that advantage by being out ahead.
Yep. 20 seconds exactly. So, Shovel leaves RDH just as Vaen enters RDH, now passing through Garage. This is going to be, again, is Shovel... Oh, nice double frame boost from Vaen is going to save her about 3 seconds. Very nice. Gonna try and catch up, and will Vane's advantage power through her, 17-second deficit, or is Claws going to be able to do a Maniac tier unlock that could allow it to win the game?
I love how amped chat is about this. By the way, your commentary has been fantastic, but chat is really amped.
We love our bingo people.
love
We love
bingo.
talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if Shovel like really locks in and nails all of the small movement details through this whole sequence, it's got a chance. But this is so stressful.
Misses a wall clip. Is going to go ahead. You can walk into that wall and then just get through to Sky Dino. It gets a terrible death warp, and all of a sudden, it's in a really bad spot. Okay,
Oh, no, Shovel.
how's Vaen gonna do it? Goes a little bit safer of a route, but all of a sudden, Shovel's lead is evaporating. Currently sitting at, as soon as Vaen gets the warp, we'll find out, 7.5 seconds or so. Shovel now just with a 7.5 second lead to into Sky Dino. You can watch them basically in the same area. Shovel's going to have to go for the tape. Is going to do the tough unlock. So what you have to do is get 100 tricks. If you start on this ramp, you can do a really cool trick to get 100 very quickly, and then land the combo on the tape. It's incredibly precise at the end. Vane's trying to do it as well.
Your trick combo will store until you do something that kills it, like touching the ground. If you do the whole trick combo and land on the tape before you hit the ground, it'll register, which is what Shovel is going to try to do.
Shovel now gets a whole ton of jumps. They're both doing the trick unlock. Shovel goes ahead or Vane's got the unlock. Shovel, go, go, go. Press the boost button.
Shovel!
Boost. And gets the unlock. It's so
Vane's
close, but
still
it's gonna
ahead.
take a weird death warp off the end. And Vaen, with the tape, didn't have to watch all those animations. She's gonna lock in the 16th point, and she wins this game.
That was wild.
Oh my god!
I swear every time we do bingo for an event, I'm like, surely we can't top what we did last time. And every time, Vaen and Shovel figure it out.
These two players are so asymmetrically evenly matched. It is incredible. Oh my goodness. That's insane.
That's insane. With that, we have a couple minutes if there are donations and event things that need to get talked about.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I did not want to stop the momentum on that, but also we want that momentum on that fundraising for Quest for Quet to keep coming in. So again, ! donate in chat to get that handy link. Some of the love that's been coming in, $10 from Ace Bats, who says, "Wow, I love Jet Set Radio Future Bingo. I think of being converted after that tense race." And $15 from Daft7, who said, "Hi, Twinkachoo."
Wow, I'm chopped liver.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Ace.
You know, that's F7
They
for
just
you.
sent a donation. I just read it. So I think someone needs to send a donation saying, "Hi, 7th Ace," just to make it even.
Yeah, guys, don't leave Ace out of this.
Go ahead, continue on. We'll get them set up and give you a little more time.
All right. So once again, I mean, not to take away from this fantastic bingo, but we are here at Quest for Quet helping raise money for trainer Anare, who is about to raise and train their next service dog. Now, if you've been in the speedrunning community, the speedrunning event community for a bit, you know Anare has been around, a good friend of ours. And a service dog is really necessary to help them live their life to the fullest. Quet in particular, and I'm just looking this up to make sure that I have this correct. Quet in particular is being trained for allergen detection and to help them physically, like retrieving things from distances. So, and a service dog can take anywhere from $10,000 to $80,000 to train. So any amount you can donate helps. We have a $1 minimum donation set on our tracker, but hey, look, if you donate $8, that covers one bag of training treats, and good dogs deserve good treats, right? They're gonna need a lot in training, Quet. So why not donate and help us get there? We have raised $500 so far, and if we reach $700 raised by the end of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, we will get an additional Menace fight. So chat, earlier today, you hit $375 raised for us to get a co-op bonus bingo board on this run, Jet Set Radio Future. Why not help us get a bonus fight for Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow?
I had no clue it took so much money and like time and all that for like training a service dog. That's crazy.
Oh, and they're training them from a puppy. So if you want to see like that journey, you can absolutely follow the TikTok !socials in the chat. We'll get that link. And there's a video of that sweet puppy on TikTok right now. That's quest.for.cat, spelled Quet on TikTok. If you want to see the puppy that we're helping train, well, helping raise to train, raise money to train.
It's very fitting that Shovel is playing as the dog character for all of this.
That's even its preference, not even just
We have the next board if everyone is ready to go.
Go ahead, restreamer, reveal the board. We've got a disaster. So there's a lot of different boards. We curate these boards for the events. So the first one, balanced board, a little bit of favor towards a certain area. Toichi, you can get them started on this.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is technically balanced, but there's kind of a problem in it. Is that all of the vertical bingos are way easier to get, like absurdly, comparatively easy. All of them require 2 of the 3 areas to go to. So there's a ton of asymmetry in those areas. Column 1, Kibo and Bottom Point, plus 2 in Dogen, 1 in Shibuya. That means you can get them all in a relatively short area. Same with column 2. Column 3 is Bent and Shibuya only, and then columns 4 and 5 are Kogane Bent, or Light and Sewer, or Dark and Sewers. Woo, it's off.
Adjacent to the players just says "have fun" with like 5 smiley faces. Shovel says, "I won't."
So what we can expect is a lot of opportunities for vertical bingos on this board. So that should be a strong consideration for these players as they think about this board and look into it.
Yeah, this one's gonna be wild. I mean, the last one was pretty wild already, so I don't know where we're going from there.
All right, counting them in. 3, 2, 1, go.
Players should be off. All right. Where on earth are our players going first? They're both heading in the same direction.
The girls are fighting. Oh my goodness. They're both going to 99th Street, at least to start. Now that can connect to a lot of different areas. So there's not a guarantee that they're going to be fighting, but there's 3 on that column 5. Wall Ride to Dark, Tricks 40, and Air 4. We'll have to see how they prioritize these. Wall Ride to Dark and Air 4 are both very quick. Both are going for the tape and are perfectly synced right now. Neither of them doing the super optimization, but that's okay. Shovel's going to have very slightly better movement, is going to go ahead and unlock it about a half second ahead of Vaen. And with that micro movement advantage, Shovel locks in 99th Air 4. Vaen has been sniped to this soul.
That is wild. So now Vaen has a decision to make. Does she want to keep pushing this? It looks like she does, even though she knows Claus is here and contesting her to it. Or she can leave and know she'll be out ahead to something else. She might be bailing. Or else, or maybe she just fell.
I think she just fell out of this. That's...
It looks like it could have been an intentional... Yeah, I think she's just leaving.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
she
was
is
some air movement that could have been like a mess, a slip up, or it could be her deciding to leave.
Yeah. Shovel is going to have the 99th Street sweep here with 3 points already on that column 5. Very strong bingo threat being created here. Now Shovel and Vaen both have to look at the sewers areas, Kogane, as a real possibility of where to go next. Vaen is in the tank trying to figure out where she needs to go next. She's looked at Dogen, looked at this RDH, and is now committing to Shibuya.
The decision Vaen has to make here is, does she just go and contest this 3 in a row that Shovel has just set up? Which isn't the fastest thing in the world, but it does make sure that Shovel doesn't get those bonus points. Or, while she knows she's out here with an advantage, does she start working on setting up her own 3 in a row, which it looks like she's doing. And she's grabbing her graffitis, which will help make up that point deficit too.
That is the peak pre-spray. Wasting a bunch of cans not to do anything, but also you still have to go back up there later.
Yep.
So, Shovel, like, this is very obvious. There's an obvious threat on the board. Shovel is going to think, oh, vaen will certainly be blocking me. And then she reveals she is not. And so has opted to head into Dogen instead of trying to convert this bingo. At least for now. Dogen is still worth a lot of points. There's 2 on the left side, and can deny vaen the ability to score her own bingo.
This board is really peak battle of wits, like trying to read the other play, or the other player's strategy. Like, surely this person sees that I am doing this, and therefore is doing this in response. But also, what if they've predicted that I'm doing that, and they're doing something totally different instead? Just that in circles forever.
Yep, you can really think yourself into the corner, and at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to commit to going somewhere and just do it.
I do have a question about that, if you're all cool with it.
Go for
You
it.
mentioned that you curate these boards, and presumably that includes deciding what squares go where, like what's in the square and where it goes. Do you specifically plan for this kind of? The word that immediately came to mind is not stream safe, but this kind of mental battle of wits, we'll say.
So the way that we generate boards for this is we start by just randomly generating them the way that you would for a casual game, and then we pick out ones that have something going on that we think is interesting. So sometimes it's like a board that seems very balanced and very equal, like the first one that we showed off. This one, we generated this board and both looked at it and said, what on earth is going on here? And then
we said, this is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And then we rearrange some objectives a little bit. So to make sure there isn't an area that's like super stacked with objectives, or too many of the same kind of objective, things like that.
Yeah, we want there to be a real balance between times they are fighting in the same area and times where they're not, because what can happen is if you just make one area guaranteed better than every other, both players will go there and it'll be really exciting, and if one person sweeps it like 5-0, the game is like 90% win rate for the person with 5 points. It's really difficult to create an interesting narrative out of they are so far behind that they have to hope for a miracle. And that's not fun. So we want there to be this kind of clean balance of really exciting back and forth, tense moments, but also times for the players to spread out, score points, and see if they can't just kind of speed their way.
Yeah, more than anything, we're looking for boards where there are multiple options that are viable and winnable at any given moment. We don't ever want there to be just one thing that you can do to just win the game outright until it's like the end of a game. Shovel is cleaning up, also.
Shovel is making all the right decisions right now and is just going to dense areas and with a lot of board control, too. It's now headed into... Let's go.
It's going to be so wild if we gave them this board with all of these 4 in a rows, and it comes down to just squares, and bingos don't matter at all. It's going to be really funny.
Yeah. Players never doing what we want them to.
It's fine. I'm not mad.
Wouldn't be. Yeah, what is vaen up to? Vaen is, I think, trying to push for this column 2. She's in Chuo Street, so row 2, column 2. So she would probably try and score this 0.60k, which is relatively fast, and then book it over to Kogane. But Shovel's already here, entering FRZ. Shovel has the perfect plan right now, and is just going to go ahead and block this soul, or this, even possibility of a threat before it even has a chance to mature. So it's playing a really, really solid game so far. Very impressed with Shovel's comeback after getting kind of boomed in the last little race at the end there.
Yeah, the bad news for Vaen is that she has committed pretty hard to picking things up in this Shibuya area, but Shovel identified the most valuable area and cleaned it up before Vaen had a chance to. So Claws got all of the Dogen souls, and now Vaen is just sort of here. She's going to do this graffiti, which will help a little bit, but every other part of the board is much more valuable at this point.
Yeah, there are 4 points left in Shibuya areas. Now 6 in Benton, 8 in Kogane, where Shovel is. It's 15 points to win on this board, so theoretically, Shovel can just win in this area alone, in this sewer area. So it will be up to Vaen to dislodge it from this area and try and create some disruption. You can't just trade points. So this is what we're hoping for, is some kind of fighting.
Vaen needs to play aggressive here, especially from the position she's at now. If she just lets Shovel clear out this area, Shovel just wins outright.
Yeah. And it is going to continue to create threats. Now going into bottom point, just worth 2 points, but again, it's 2 points closer to that 15 needed to win. Again, Claws 7-4 over Vaen currently. It's going to go for 2 relatively quick. They're not super quick, but they're close together. So it's going to hop. Very nice. And Vaen is going to leave, so that's a good note. See.
All right. We can all see. I really hope Vaen is going to contest Shovel. That was so fast, and she's not going to contest Shovel. She is going to Darkside, where there are lots of things to do. But it doesn't do anything to block Shovel out of points.
No, but it might try and create the column 4 threat. It's going to be tough. Shovel goes ahead and does a cool clip out of bounds we call Sexy Fish, because of course.
The thing about the column 4, though, is that Shovel might just do Tebow anyways.
Yeah, it should. It's the next best area. I would, as soon as as soon as Vaen marks anything here in Benton, Claus is just going to go in and clean, 100% going to clean up Kibo. That's going to be its play, and Vaen is currently, where are we at? Highway 0, we've got
the other end of
a little delay. Yeah. And she's late. If I had a nickel for every time Vaen went into Highway 0, did nothing, refused to elaborate, and left, I'd have 2 nickels.
Decision making is much harder in this game than we're giving players credit for. Also, it is very hard to find a plan that you feel confident will work and commit to it, especially when you're working with not that much information about what your opponent is up to.
Definitely. Yeah, it's everybody, and you always have a plan until you get punched in the face, and by that, I mean, Vaen had a plan, and then she lost all 3 of the starting souls, so now she didn't have a plan. So.
Happens to the best of us.
Sure does.
I will say also, in the kind of dynamic between these 2 players, when they work very well as a team, because Shovel is a very strong strategic player. It really understands the strategy. It's really good at looking at the board and figuring out what its priorities need to be. And then Vaen is a really strong technical player. She's really good at executing tricks and routing and all of those components. And so together they're super powerful. And then against each other, it really depends on the board and the game, kind of which of them comes out on top. And I think this is a weird enough board that it's helping Claws out.
Yeah, to be fair, winning all the early scores definitely helped.
That also helps.
Yeah. So Shovel went ahead, wasn't sure where Vaen was going, but once she showed platform near starting spiral, Shovel is going to pivot into Shibuya Graffiti, and it knows it can't lose to this. Vaen is too far away, and if you start at the same, if she were to run there immediately right now, she would be there too late. So Shovel's just going to go ahead and take the 3 points that are in Shibuya and bring itself really halfway, half the number of points it needs to win at this point, going from 9 to 12 in a minute.
This especially is unfortunate for Vaen, who did a little bit of this graffiti, already invested some time into it, that she now is not going to get any points for.
Yeah, but whoop, Shovel with a little whoopsie. Nothing too major.
Happens.
Speaking of whoopsie, we had a donation earlier that called out Twinkachoo. Well, said hi to Twinkachoo, and we left you out, Ace. So I put out a call, hey, any donations to rectify that? Even $1 helps. And we did have a $1 donation.
All right. From
Dynamite sent in $1 and said, "Who are you?"
Brutal.
none of your business. If you get that, then congrats. Thank you.
But yeah, we are still missing a hi directly to you, Ace. So
No one does it, I will.
You know.
Yeah, if no one does it by the time we start the incentive run, I'll do it. It's
Wow,
less
you just
competition.
absolved everybody of responsibility. Congrats.
no, I think we need double the highs after
Yeah,
that.
no, someone beat me to it. Get working, everyone.
All right.
Where are we at? What's even happening?
Vaen just did top of observatory. It's a whoa! Did you just see that?
What happened?
She boosted off the top of observatory and then didn't hit the rail, but walked on the geometry on the side of the telescope,
Whoa.
and then trick jumped off of it, which is insane. I've never seen that before.
Sometimes the physics in this game decides to break a little bit, and it's exciting.
There's so many things in this game. It's what we love about it is this game is just dense with stuff. Everything's close together. You can move well. You can go from point A to point B really quickly and in so many different ways, and it really creates a lot of opportunities. So
I feel
super
like
cool.
it says a lot about this game that it is 23 years old, and people have been speedrunning it for a long time, and we're still finding new little things constantly.
Shovel's toucan short. It's actually going to cost it a good 20 seconds. I was going to say a lot more, but yeah, the whole game's just in a spot right now. Shovel's going to go ahead and lock in Shibuya Graffiti. Goes up 12-7 with 15 to win. This is really, really a strong performance by Shovel so far.
So Shovel needs 3 more points. Shovel could go to Kibo and get that graffiti, and almost certainly just win right then and there, because I doubt Vaen is going to Kibo at this point.
Yep.
If it wanted to be really mean, it could go for row 3, although Vaen in Highway 0 makes that hard.
Yeah. So what's going to happen here is that Vane's going to go ahead, lock in Highway 0 points 90k, and now Shovel knows it is first into the sewer area again, so it can look for sewers, air 4, and the 2 defaults in Kibo. I would prioritize those first. And it can just be in a great spot. Once you get 1 to win and your opponent needs more than 2, it's really, really kind of a done game. So that's the checkmate it's looking to put Vaen in.
Yeah, Shovel just goes to Kibo here and is comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
Vaen
Don't
is
think
setting
that's
up
right.
that column 4, but with Shovel and Kibo, that's not even gonna matter. That just gets denied pretty immediately.
Yep, we didn't have any sneaky diagonal bingos either. Actually, I think that's why Vaen was sprinting for top of observatory. She actually blocked bottom left, top right.
Oh, you're so right. The diagonals are especially hard to see, and everyone just completely gets surprised by one of them
Ooh, too low. Okay, good.
once or twice.
Shovel does the stall launch again, and then falls into the water. But doesn't matter. Skipped half the level, which is great.
Nice applause.
Woo. Did well on the stall launches today. Always feels good. Vaen gonna go into emergency. Nope, she's just gonna go for points 110k, and try and clean. Nope, she's gonna bail right on out and head more towards where Shovel is currently. Maybe try and pull off some kind of sniping miracle.
She sure can try. It would be exciting to happen.
It would be utterly insane. If you have any announcements or whatever, you have any anything
Oh,
major before
absolutely.
we get into
So
Yeah.
that dynamite donation, I was making the pun on the name. That dynamite donation also, with that power of $1, put Pokemon Sword and Shield in the lead for our Tetris 99 bid war. Now, Tetris 99, the Battle Royale Showcase, is our very next run coming up after the co-op bingo board. That's happening right after this, I believe. So, hey, if you want to put one of our other options in the lead, now's the time. Now's the chance. It'll remain open throughout the entirety of the showcase, so you can change it at any time. But why not guarantee it by locking it in as the opening theme? Your options are, once again, Pokemon Sword and Shield at $16. Kirby and Luigi's Mansion, two separate options, but both sitting at $15. WarioWare and Xenoblade Chronicles, again, two separate options, both sitting at $10. And then Super Mario All-Stars or Legend of Zelda. So that's 7 different games, 7 different themes, but I mean, anyone could take it. And $1 is all you need to donate to make a change. So !donate takes you to tracker.ket.quest/donate, and $1 is our minimum donation. All of that goes straight to Trainer Anade to raising money to help them raise and train their next service animal. So thank you all so much for contributing. Whether you're just here, you're watching, you're donating, or sharing word about this event.
We appreciate it. It's been fun. I'm enjoying it. And look, I'm looking forward to Tetris 99 significantly. I got to play some at GDQ, and I'm really excited to join again.
Oh, actually, speaking of GDQ, it is the same person doing it. And
Yeah.
can I ask if you've got a theme that you like, Ace?
Am I basic if I say I like the default theme because the music is absolute fire? I love it so much.
I don't
know.
think you're basic, but it is a hot take because it's not an option we have.
Well, if I do have to pick on those, I definitely like the Sword and Shield themes. And what was the very first? The Kirby one is so adorable. It's so good. It also has some like really good music.
Ooh. Twinkachu, what about you?
I know so little about Tetris, but I have seen the Kirby theme and am a big fan of it. And also I'm biased because I'm very pro Kirby. But
All right, I guess I'm going to make this bad. I'm sorry. Are you Team Ace or Team Twinkachu? Do you want Pokemon Sword and Shield, or do you want Kirby for your Tetris 99 theme? Donate now and let us know.
it
Brutal.
will impact our personal opinions of all of you. So
Choose wisely.
choose wisely. We will be fighting. Okay, what's happening with this game?
So what ended up, Vaen went ahead and actually sniped out Shovel to Air 4. So Shovel's going to heck off into the middle of absolute nowhere, try and go to the least likely square that Vaen should not predict. And Vaen is predicting Debo Graffiti.
Because she
And-
needs it.
Yep, she needs it to win. May think Claus was going for it because it hadn't marked anything for about 3.5 minutes right now. So maybe she thinks she can snipe it. It's unclear. Claus, with just 1 to win though, is looking to be in a great spot with points 100k here.
Nice. Yeah, Claus is just gonna wrap this up pretty quickly, and then we get to move on. Did we talk about what is happening next? While we have
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, I want to say, like, legitimately, we were not overhyping the previous game. That game was
previous game
absurd.
was
Like
wild.
this, not to be, you know. This is a very common game in JSRF Bingo. One person just wins the game. Like, this is the thing that
is-
happens. I would say 75, 80+% of the time. but you got to see one of the best 1v1 games in the last several years. Last game, that was insane.
Ridiculous. I would say it's uncommon for games to come down to the last 2 or 3 squares. A game really, truly coming down to the last square on the board is not common at all. And it being that close is even rarer.
Shovel literally needed to grind 1 rail to win, and then it just missed. Just straight up, cleanly jumped over the rail.
Happens.
To the best of us.
So this run that is happening next is the incentive that got met a little while ago. It's a co-op board. The name that we have for it is Pinball, which makes no sense, but don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with pinball. So the way that this co-op mode works is that the players are going to have one board that they're working towards together, but we're going to have a special custom game rule of some sort that they're going to have to work with. The players are going to have a time limit, so we're giving them 10 minutes on a board, and they're just going to go. Is Shovel still struggling?
This is Phosphor at the top of RDH tier. This is
Oh my god.
unbelievable. Shuffle and cancel your boost, Mike. Oh my god. Oh
Shovel,
my god.
Shovel, my pitch. I was trying to explain pinball so good, and this is what I have to compete with.
Oh. All right.
The game is over when Shovel picks up that soul, by the way.
It should have been over a minute and a half ago. Shovel locks in the final Graffiti Soul, points 110k, and wins game number 2. Oh, that was unnecessary. So yeah,
Okay.
our wizarding like chaos mind Ace Bats has come up with a special rule set to try and throw these players who are working really hard. But first, we will hear a couple words from Vaen and Claws after that quick 2-game
They're
series.
gonna say some things, and then we'll go right into co-op.
Yeah.
We'll keep things moving. Oh yeah, because they have to swap
Yeah.
some stuff.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well played, well played. That first
Well
game
played.
is ridiculous.
That was one of the best 1v1 matches we've ever seen.
Yeah, me and Vaen have a tendency to do that, huh? We have pretty good games sometimes, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah, Vaen just kept making bingo threats that I was like, oh god, I have to respond to this or I'm in such a bad position. And then snuck the win out from under me.
Yeah.
No,
Losing 99th that early in game 2 just like,
Did I beat you to it?
Yeah, you beat me to it. I like very slightly hesitated on Air 4 and that just like made me lose everything.
Ah, that's so sad.
So like it just gave me so much to do. I like partialed Shibuya and was like, I'm gonna come back to this later, but then I also had like 40 other things I needed to address, and then you got it. I was like, oh yeah, that's on the board.
Yeah, I really only went 99th to try to make a bingo threat, so I could win Dogen. And it worked. And I was like, yay, yippee, I win Dogen! And then that just, I saw the really sneaky diagonal, the bottom left to top right, and I was like, dude, I could probably get this. And then you just happened to be in Sky Dino. So I was like, okay, well, I win Shibuya at least, yay.
Yeah.
But no, that was a good duo.
That was good.
Jesus.
That was really fun.
Yeah. I'm glad that we went 1-1 and I didn't get owned. That's that first game though was ridiculous. Also, I don't know what happened with the whole 110k thing at the end. There, I don't, not really sure. Not really sure. It was really funny. I voided out 3 times trying to get to the platform that 110k was on.
Yeah.
Thank God you weren't doing it. Anyways,
Yeah, I needed everything, so.
Lord.
Anyways.
Mostly set up for
Yeah.
co-op when people
Can you
are
go ahead
ready.
and put
Yeah.
the board in?
The
So,
board is
Should be
in.
in.
is it? Oh,
Oh boy.
I don't.
Do you want to explain the concept before we get into this?
Okay,
Explain it
so
a little bit. I will read the custom rule. in a second.
I told Ace Bats I was going to do this. There's a little bit of a bit. So,
Oh god.
Oh boy.
according to Ace Bats, this is a perfectly curated board. Every square is put in every spot very intentionally. So it's a custom format. You'll play for 10 minutes exactly to score as many points as possible. Scoring is the normal: 1 point for souls, 3 for a graffiti, plus 2 for a bingo. If you enter a level, you must collect at least 1 square in that level before leaving, unless none are available. If you break this rule, I will take a square away as punishment. And your score to beat is 23. So,
Score to beat is 23. Okay.
23 to beat.
We have a goal.
So enter a level.
Me and Vaen.
Mark something before moving on.
Yeah. Okay. That's easy enough. I think me and Vaen are gonna stay unmuted for this part, so you can see some of what goes into
I was
planning.
gonna ask if you want comms for this. Like, Ace and I can mostly stay quiet if
You
guys
can
want to.
talk if you want, but
We're gonna be probably talking a lot, but like if you sneak anything in, then feel free.
yeah. I'll try my best to explain the ideas behind things. So me and Vaen have actually teamed on a 2v2 team before, and I was mostly the strategist. So we'll get to see a little bit. This is the return of Bark at the Mailman. Thank God.
The mailman, you're back.
But I think we're both ready. Are we good to go?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
I will count you guys in. And
All right.
go off of the bingo sync timer for 10 minutes. I'll tell you when it's up, but
Sounds good. I'm assuming we get a minute to inspect
yes, you
like
can,
usual.
you can plan for a
Of
minute.
course.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, yay. Let's see. Oh my god, Kogane is so strong here. This is really interesting. I think you go Kogane?
Yeah, I
Probably.
can start. I guess I go sewers. I guess I grab one, and then I.
Well, you have to grab an RDH as well.
Oh yeah, you have. Oh yeah, because that. Yeah. Okay.
So my thought is you probably do one of the tape souls first in sewers, and then you get entrance on the way out. That way you don't have to climb again.
Yeah.
But if you want to get everything, you're gonna have to visit sewers like 3 times, I think. I'm just gonna go Shibuya and Benton.
Okay.
And
yeah,
as long as you clean up decently in sewers, we should be okay.
Yeah, I'll go grind 10 to sewers.
And go.
All right. Let's see.
Oops. I should probably.
See, this is such a weird concept because like I have to get Shibuya special my second time visiting the stage. Oh well, I guess I have to do Shibuya spray, which I want to do anyways.
Should we just
Now you can
also
do more than
citrus
one
rare.
thing per visit as well. You don't have to do exactly one.
Yeah.
At least one.
You would only want to do that if you're never coming back to the level, but I am gonna be coming back to Shibuya a lot.
Yeah,
Save something in RDH for your return visit as well.
that's what I was in. I was saving points for that.
Nice tricks 25 unlock.
I mean, slightly
Alright.
different dynamic because you guys aren't racing each other. So if you leave something
Yeah.
and come back to it later, it's fine.
We also don't have co-op for this, so I can't grab something that Vaen has unlocked and grab it afterwards. I don't know if we talked about co-op a lot. This is a co-op board, of course, but it's not like... So usually when we play bingo, we have a co-op mod where progress between players is actually synced. So if someone sprays something in one area, you also get to get that spray progressed in another player's game. It's really cool. We don't have that for this.
Original Xbox game, by the way.
Original Xbox game, yeah. Don't worry about the wizardry going on. There's a lot of that with JSRF Bingo, twitch.tv/JSRF Bingo.
YouTube.com/@JSRF Bingo.
So true.
Such a plug.
W plug, W plug.
Plug on a charity stream.
We're so
Look, we have a lot of bingo content that you can enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm doing 13 platforms now. This is awesome. Thank you, Ace Bats.
Do I want to? I don't know if I want to go bottom point yet.
You probably go bottom point.
I don't know. It's
Try to
so
get
hard
everything.
to route this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the fun things about pinball is we give them no preparation for this.
Yeah.
We did tell them the rule set ahead of time, but you don't get to see the board. You just have to figure out how you're doing this on the fly every time. Throw players into the chaos, tell them to have fun, and see what pops out.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I should probably be spraying the stuff that I'm going past for my for my next visit, huh?
Maybe.
Maybe wise.
It needs pre-planning.
Foresight in my bingo game? Nuh-uh. Okay, I'm gonna get Kage now. So that'll be one bingo, and that'll put us at 8 points, and then I'll get Shibuya. We have 23 to beat? Damn.
Pick wisely, but again, like three-quarters of, like half the points are scored in the last 2 minutes. It all of a sudden
true.
just comes
That's true.
together. So for reference, they've picked up 7 squares and have already scored a bingo. So they've got, 9 points now. So they're working together, trying to get just more points.
I can't believe we curated 3 boards in a row and all of them had Shibuya graffiti.
We're so
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, and I've done them all 3 times.
Yeah.
Time is fake.
One of the 1v1 boards was intended as a backup, and we swapped to it because it was a little faster, which is why Shibuya graffiti was in there twice. But
Was that the first one or the second one? Because I need to know which one of those short boards went 30 minutes.
it was the first one. The other one.
Okay, yeah.
Longer graffiti. We
See,
had,
that's always the fun thing.
we had a normal
You never
board
know.
and a chaos board, and the original normal board was longer.
Yeah, that's fair. Was the second game the Chaos board?
Yes, of
Yep.
course. We were generating boards, and that came up, and we saw it, and we're like, "This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen." We're using it.
Look at you. How much time are we at so far?
We were
I said
at just under 5 minutes.
I don't want to climb again.
I don't think you do. We probably aren't getting top of the observatory. Just go Benton.
Yeah.
Get RDH on the way out though. Because we can, if you go SCPP for floating pink, then that is a diagonal.
We are halfway through. Got 5 more minutes.
I need to get the XL. That was I just walked right by. Do we foresight?
I'm now realizing I'm supposed to be paying attention to enforcing the special rule, and I'm totally.
Oh, I have. Don't worry.
Okay.
I don't think we've broken it yet, but I don't know what Vaen is doing, so that's fair.
I've been doing my due diligence. I'm also forgetting how to unlock points 40k. Don't worry about it.
If I had $1 for every time I forgot how to unlock something, I would donate it all to Trainer Nade, is all I'm saying. And we would hit our goal real fast, let me tell you.
Every incentive would be getting met.
Huge.
I'm going to use that to cut in here, actually. So we've got a Tetris 99 theme bid war open right now. And do you think you have the brain cells to spare to pick a theme for me, Claws and Vaen?
Oh god, we have a Tetris expert on our commentary right
In
now.
my opinion.
Ace and Nine.
Oh no, oh no!
Theme.
Okay, look, I trust the experts, and whatever Ace said is what I believe in, but also, I do kind of like the Wario theme a lot. I love me some Wario.
Here comes a new challenger!
Yeah, sorry.
Ace and I are beefing over the Tetris themes.
internal beef.
Wait, I need the beef given to me like a YouTube drama video.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
It's your boy
guys?
coming at you with another episode of YouTube drama. Today we got 99 theme.
Stop! I'm doing Shibuya spray. I can't handle this.
I'm doing 99 special, by the way.
so hard.
Huge. That was good.
If you want to hear more YouTube beef impressions from fantastic commentators, please donate now because that bid war has been heating up. Actually, thanks to Team Ace and Team Twink. I gotta tell you.
$5 minimum donation. Make Ace do a stupid impression.
No.
Well, let's get Ace on the rest of this host shift.
Actually, no.
You know.
If you want actual money, then get me away from here.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, Ace, I gotta tell you, you're bringing in money. So,
Okay.
So in that case, I'm going to cut in and read those donations out to you now because once we had that call, Blackheart Wings came in and donated $2 to say, I'm taking that $1 donation and adding another $1. Can someone give me a $3 donation? Counting train? And they put that towards Kirby. So you can still do a counting train. But I do got to let you know that soon after things heated up, Fatal Rock sent in $5 to say Team Ace because she's the mastermind. Sorry, Twink, you can't defeat her, but love you still.
Nice. It's fine. It's balanced.
You're
now.
also
So-
here. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair lore. Fatal was my teammate in the most recent season of 2v2 Bingo, where we won it all. It was really fun. It was a ton of
W champion.
I'm gonna clear out Highway 0.
We've got about a minute
yeah,
and
that's
a half left on the board, by the way.
90
I'm
seconds.
gonna go floating pink.
And so Fatal's donation actually put Pokemon Sword and Shield at $21 to Kirby's, let me just double check that math, $17. But then we had a $10 donation from Otto who just said, more Kirby. And that could put Kirby in the lead again. So if you're Team Ace, you gotta get those donations in now because Tetris 99 is our very next run.
I can respect the Kirby pool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get floating pink and top of observatory if we can.
Better
I might-
hurry.
Yeah, no.
They're both important.
40 seconds left.
Ooh, I
Try to
think
get
that's only time
starting
for one.
spiral. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that diagonal.
30 seconds.
Vaen gonna
Alright,
have time for
STPP.
functionally one more.
I pick up the tape. Lol.
You're not
Alright.
getting. Go, shovel.
15 seconds.
Whoa, hurry!
I'm out of commission.
I'm trying. I'm running. Did it?
God.
Collapse.
Dude, this always happens. I'm never coming in this level again.
One time.
Okay, what's that final score?
Final score, you have 1 bingo, 1 graffiti, and 15 squares for a final score of 19.
Damn.
If you
Ace Bats
got
beat us.
floating pink, that was 22.
No
close.
way!
Oh my god.
What happens if Vaen gets starting spiral?
22 as well. If you get both of them,
No
which is gonna be
way,
which is
no
super hard because Vaen has to
Yeah.
get Skyscraper before going into Sky Dino. You would have enough, but yeah, so close.
Yeah, I think we needed to split Highway 0 Sky Dino, but that's so unlucky.
Probably. Yeah.
So close.
Oh well.
Well,
Fun.
that's our co-op. We worked together for once. Congrats. Vaen, you want to start your shoutouts?
Yeah, I will start by saying, if you like this and maybe want to see what this game actually looks like in how normal people would play it, I'm opening Flame Paint House 2025 with this game in September. So be sure to catch that if you want to watch that. Also, the entire rest of that schedule is really good as well. I'm live sometimes over on twitch.tv/Vaen_SR. I'm on Blue Sky at VaenSR. Might try to do so many percent attempts sometime soon. I don't know. My body is weird. But that's all I got.
Awesome. You can find me everywhere at shovelclaws. I want to say thank you to Osmorin and everyone putting this event on. I was we were like the third people in this server because Osborne was like, hey, do you want to do bingo? And I'm like, yes, absolutely, I want to do bingo. You ask me anytime I want to do bingo. Like Vaen said, if you want to see more of this game, go watch that Flame Fatales run. Any percent is a ridiculous category, and it's the very first run. It's gonna be sick. I'm very excited for her. And additionally, if you want to see just more bingo in general, if you like this showing, like I said, Jet Set Radio Future Bingo is this extremely well-produced tournament series by Ace and Twink. I'm sure they've talked about it plenty, but it is ridiculous the amount of work that has been put into this very small passion project. And it deserves your love and attention if you care about this game at all, which I think right now is a good time to care about this game.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'll be on host mic tomorrow during Sonic in between Neon White, which I'm very excited for. So keep donating. It's a good time. Anade is a good friend. I can remember way back in the day, one of my first runs, Anade hosted for me, and then made it so effortless. So, you know, yeah, no, it's very cool to be able to give back after a few years later. But yeah, I think is that everything? Do our commentators have any shoutouts they want to do?
My shoutout is KSRF Bingo on Twitch and YouTube. I'm also on other
True.
platforms, but I don't do anything, so follow Bingo. Also,
Let's go Bingo!
I think Ace and I are on the comms for Vane's Fatales run, so if you want to hear more of us
Very true.
talking, we'll be there also.
If you want more YouTube drama video impressions,
I'm down for this.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
All
But yeah.
right. Yes, there's only
that's it.
one thing to left. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow for more. Ring that notification bell. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
I think
for
you
having
just
us.
did that outro better than I ever could have, Ace. So thank you so much to Ace and Twinkachoo and Claws and Vaen for that extremely tense bingo. While we're all dying here, reminder that you can contribute to this YouTube drama by continuing to donate for that Tetris stream! !Donate in chat. We're gonna go over to the break screen and we will be right back with Tetris. What a wild ride that was. When I told you I'd never played Jet Set Radio Future before that run, it was true. And one of my favorite things about these events is just being sold on video games. I'm kind of sold on JSRF and specifically Bingo now. Another thing that I get sold on actually is just hanging out with friends. Speaking of which, I got a friend here with me, T-Tree. What's up? I think what I understand now, understand now is the concept of hosting. Thank you so much. It was difficult. It was tough, but chat made it easier on me by donating. I couldn't have done it without them. Just Wait, was it the same event? Oh my gosh. I just realized. Can they not hear you? Okay, well we're gonna have to do this bit again, and I'm so down for it. All right, chat. Well, turns out that we're gatekeeping my friends. It's Be Nice July, except to your friends.
Okay, let's try this again.
All right. Well, now I might actually have a friend on stream with me. T, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yeah. So my part of that bantz back and forth was asking if Zoku understood the concept of love, to which I think they answered in the affirmative.
Well, I understand the concept of hosting.
That's
now,
the
at
one. Thank
least.
you. We practiced our lines, I promise.
Totally not improv here.
But yeah, no. So the rest of the joke was, them introducing me and me congratulating them on their first hosting shift ever. The joke being, of course, that if you've been hanging out with us all day, Zoku did the same to Salva.
I was there for Sawa's first host shift at RPG
Yeah.
Limit Break too. Oh my gosh.
Zoku congratulated Sawa, and I did that to you earlier this year, despite the fact that you and I started doing hosting at the same event, AGDQ 2021.
I mean, I could well actually this, but I'm actually just still in shock that we started hosting at the same event. So high five to
Right?
us.
It has been an interesting ride, but it's involved a lot of great times raising money for fantastic causes, and that does not stop today. So thank you so
No, it
much for your hosting,
doesn't.
Zokubun. Anything else you want to tell people?
Yeah, I mean, we got Tetris 99 coming up, and if you've been with us today, and even if you haven't, you may have been hearing that I've been asking everyone is, what is your preferred theme for Tetris 99? And T, I gotta ask you this now, because I hear you have a copy yourself.
Oh yeah, no. I picked up Tetris 99 this morning to de-rust after not having played it for approximately 5 years, which means that when I was still playing, Invictus mode didn't exist and themes and that sort of stuff did not exist. So when I started it up, it's like, hey, we were able to track these stats for you, have some achievements. Everything else you're gonna have to figure out for yourself. So I don't have any of the themes, but Richard actually just went into the theme menu while we were getting set up and showed off some of them. Actually, I think he just bought a second WarioWare skin. So if the people who have donated to WarioWare want to see that take the lead at any point during, we'll actually technically have a choice between two different WarioWare skins. But for now, Kirby remains in the lead by about $6 over Pokemon Sword and Shield. And what I want to encourage you to do, because Tetris 99 is going to be an interactive run where you can play along. If you are playing in the game with Richard and you get knocked out, I want you to come on back to tracker.quet.quest and make a donation. I'd recommend $5, but it can be whatever amount makes sense to you. And in so doing, you can help swing that bid war for our second, third, and maybe even fourth games as we go through the showcase.
And of course, all of that is going towards our next milestone, which is $700 for the Menace fight for Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. And I know that seems like, oh, it's the end of that run. It's several games away, but I mean, we kind of understand the concept of speedruns here, right? They go fast.
Yeah. This Tetris showcase is going to be over by like the time you've picked your Switch up as far as, perception of time goes. and then Clair Obscure is a little bit faster than I think that estimate suggests. So you don't have as much time as you think. But if you played Dawn of Sorrow, you probably remember playing as Soma Cruz. And this Menace fight, the only way we're going to get to see that. Otherwise, it'll be all Julius all day. So if you'd like to see the other side of the coin, the part of the game that you probably remember better if you were a Dawn of Sorrow gamer back in the day, then get those donations in and help us get up to that milestone. Yeah, once again, Zoku, thank you so much for all your time today. You don't have to go home, but you should probably hydrate, stretch, and do the things that you don't have the most opportunities to do while you're hosting.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan, because now might be the only time I get to do it with the amazing runs we've got coming up. So T, I'm leaving chat in your fantastic hands, and I will see you all on the other side.
Very good. We'll see you there, Zoku. But yeah, as everyone's been saying, Quest for Quet is a mutual aid event helping the friend of the speedrunner community, Trainer Anade, to train and raise their next service animal, Quetzalcoatl. And yes, that is the correct Nahuatl pronunciation of Quetzalcoatl. If you've used an extra syllable at the end, that's kind of a English speaker fabrication. So yeah, service dogs are animals that have been trained to fulfill specific needs of their disabled partners. And Quetzalcoatl is being raised from a puppy. There are some very cute animal pictures, I think, in Trainer Renate's Discord, which I believe there is a link to if you use !Discord as a chat command. Feel free to give that one a try, because don't quote me on it. I haven't tried it myself yet. But that all said, we are just chilling out for a little while, looking forward to the amazing list of up next runs: Tetris 99, Clair Obscure, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and the Elder Scrolls Morrowind in just a little bit. We've got people in chat downloading Tetris 99 right now. I'm glad you are as excited as I am. I hope the Switch or Switch 2 in your hands can get that downloaded for you in time.